I visit Ridgewood often, and yet the last time I swam in Graydon Pool, I was 12 years old. When I was 12, I read Jacqueline Wilson books, lived with my parents, and went to middle school. Whereas now at 26, I read Jacqueline Wilson books, live with my parents, and go to middle school. I am a school cook. I stayed in the shallow end for my comfort, being short and not a strong swimmer. David swam out to the deep end to jump off the diving platform. I floated around the shallows, gliding through the water. You know how watching fish swim in their tanks is relaxing? I imagine being a pet fish must be extremely so. Every so often, I got out to check in with David and our grandpa. I watched the pool water ripple. Stepping back into the water suddenly reminded me of Camp Hillcroft. There, we would go into the lake once a week, and my group somehow always managed to go in on a cloudy and drizzling day. It was also the place where I ziplined for the first time. I was so scared. A counselor had to buckle himself to me, and we zipped down the line together. I'm stronger and braver than I was as a child. I know now how to float on my back and can swim to the deep end safely. Earlier in the afternoon, I swam farther than I could stand. Not to the diving platform, but closer to there than to the shore. I knew that I could swim out to the diving board. And so eventually, I did. Climbing up, I was wobbling like a jelly away from its jar. On the diving board, I stepped out, shaking. I jumped off the diving board before in other places, but it had been a long time ago, and the water had not been as deep. Slowly, shaking, I stepped back. The board's handrail felt farther away on the way back. I called out to David. "David, look," I said. He noticed I was stuck on the diving board. "You don't have to dive, you know," he said. And with that, I made up my mind. I told off my fears and I jumped. And thus concluded our fake Jersey Shore vacation in the real New Jersey. Thank you, good night.